Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, this is the National Football League. Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders versus Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete, Okue Bunam. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for Josh Jacobs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Carr now on 1st down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to...
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack, but the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Out quickly to Judy. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Looking deep for Adams. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studio. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Wilson on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Wilson to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Second and 10 now. Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they...
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And not wanting wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether... Here's 2nd and 10. Carr looking for the end zone. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going. Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the left. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Phillips now from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down and 4. Wilson rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Denzel Perryman able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Denver.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Strong running from Melvin Gordon as he scores from a yard out. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw his Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quran Williams. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Again, it's Williams. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Pushing his way through. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah,
Most time